Okay, so my name's Alex, and this is going to be my curve setup video. So I just look for areas like this that have been broken. This doesn't really count because this didn't close below the previous candle. So this is all part of an up move right there. So the demand would be here. We're going to put it in black. And supply would be here. I'm going to take the fib and bring it down. And there we have our curve. We're just going to go through the euro, all the majors, then the yen pairs, some cross pairs, and be done with it. This shouldn't take too long. So here we go. Here we have like the range. Here's the demand zone. Boom, there is higher time frame supply. And now we gotta find, or the higher time frame demand, excuse me, we gotta find the higher time frame supply. Alright, here we go. Here's the little area that it came into last week. This would be a down move on the daily, and then this would be the area where it broke out. So we're gonna wrap some lines right around there. I like to click on them too, because on a window it kind of resets where they are on the other time frames. Otherwise they'll be in like the middle of the zone and it's really annoying. Right, click, and boom. There we go. Tomorrow I'll be doing the trend stuff and setting up actual trades since it'll be Sunday. And hopefully we can get some stuff going. I do have a trade set up right now on the dollar yen that I got into late last week, so we're gonna let that. I'll show you guys a little bit about that in a little bit of what I do here. So we got the Aussie move down. We got this candle closed below that candle, making this the up move, and then the down move, and then another up move. We do have down move, no basing up here though. It did break through this, so we just go over, line it up, boom, next area right here. And this took out this low, so that's why that is my area of supply. Sorry, I'm still awkward. I've never really talked myself through trades before, so I'm just trying to think of what to say, I guess. So here we go. We got a little move right here. Did that break out anything? Nope. So I'm going to take probably this. Well, actually, no, this would be okay. Yeah, we'll look at this because it made the up move, came down, made another up move. So if you use the box method like I use in my trend, you got this, and that. And you would have this too. So this is still valid if this still comes straight down without closing above the high of a previous candle. So we're going to keep that up. And my mouse broke today, my good one, so I got to use this little Logitech one I got in Afghanistan. There we go. We did come into the supply zone, so on the New Zealand, we'll be looking for only shorts. Hopefully we can find a small downtrend inside there, which it looks like we might have one. Yep, but then it's an uptrend too right now. So tomorrow we'll go into more detail about that. It has been quite the drawdown period lately. I just got the money I want in my account. Naturally, it goes down, so that's how it works. I just got to trade it all back a little bit. We've got this. I'm not taking this one because it's like if I drew the line right there for the breakout, it's in the middle of it. Like it's touched it, it's already kind of been through it. It's like, does it really count? For me, no, not really. It doesn't count. Like to have pretty strict rules I can look at and without a doubt in my mind be like, no, that doesn't count. Now if this was up by like a pip higher, like these lows were a pip higher than this, then it would count, but it's not, so it doesn't count. Alright, here we go. our curve. See, this kind of tells that same story. Like, this didn't cause that breakout necessarily. It would have been from this, so this would be kind of like the range, because it wouldn't be like this didn't cause the breakout of this right there, but it went up, down, up, so this would be the cause of the first, like, the up down move right there. So that's why that counts. Alright, so did I do it? Okay, so now we're on the franc. Here we go. Looking right here. And right here. This process usually doesn't take, I don't think it takes too long. I never timed myself. It doesn't take too long to just go through and set things up. So this did come into the low part of the curve. I can still sell it since it's downtrend and it hasn't come into there yet. So we'll see what that looks like tomorrow. Franc yen. So this is the one I set up. I still got it set up. Can't remember why I kept that as the supply. But I did come into kind of that crappy area. The next area would be up here though. I'm going to put it in. So there's that. And I'll show you a little bit here. So technically this isn't a downtrend yet because it doesn't have the third down leg breakout there, but it did. This would be what I'd call a range trade because it broke out of this inside the high part of what I made the curve last week. So we're still in that on the hourly time frame. I use the daily for my high time frame, the 4 hour for my trend, and the hourly for my trading time frame, all respectively. That's the basic trade plan. I might switch that to a weekly, daily, 4 hours so I can check it like once a day, as my work schedule is going to be a little different. I came up with this in Afghanistan so I could check the markets 2 to 3 times a day, and I'd still have different candles. Coming up though, I might have to change that as my schedule will most definitely change. Alright, so here we go. Here's this. Boom. We've got this. This broke that. Well, that still doesn't really count, because this would still be part of like the up move, so we got to move this. Well, I do. You don't. If you like it, you can keep it. If that's what you got and it works for you, do that. Don't do what I do if that doesn't work. All right. Whatever works for you, that's the most important thing. Here we go. So here we go. This move broke that low. This candle and this candle make the low of the down move and the up move because this closed below that. So that would be the next area, and this did come in high in this time, or high in the curve. So hopefully we can find some good opportunity there. Let's see. Make it a little bigger here. Okay, so this up and then down. So this is 6,590 on the low, or on the close. 90 is higher. 6,590 is higher than 6,250. So that doesn't count. Alright, so this is our demand zone on the pound yen. We have no breakout in here. So the next area will be right in here. Boom. Actually, probably take this whole area because this is still a half a candle, or a half range. So the opening close are inside 50% of the entire range, and the rest of them are still closing inside of each other. This one through this one. This one obviously would be like a leg out for that, but I'm going to include it. And then this would be the low, and then as you can see, it eventually broke out. Everything is still. It's all blown through, and that's basically the last thing left. But that started all this, and then eventually broke out the low. So let's draw that. And if you would have taken that just by itself, it would have see here. It would have made you up to 572 pips, so that would have been a really good trade. That's part of the reason I'm thinking about trading the bigger time frames too, is like it's really wicky and I get stopped out barely by things, which is super annoying on a 60-minute time frame. It's been happening a lot. It's been I think a big part of my problem, but it's also the holiday season that had something to do with it. I'm not entirely a full believer on the holidays affecting the markets because they're going to move whether you're in them or not, because there's just so much money. So here we go. Okay, so this is a down move. This is the breakout, and bam, we'll call it there. And then we'll call it that because this broke out of this right here. So we got the up move, breakout right there, and it's in that. So hopefully the Aussie yen shows a nice little downtrend on the 240, and we got a great setup. For me, I can't buy this because it touched the supply zone. And even if it does trade through that on an uptrend, because it does look like it's trending up pretty well on the daily. 1, 2, 3, yeah. I mean, it's still, my trend time frame is the 240, so we got to stick to those rules. Even if I don't find a good short, if it breaks through there, you take it up to the next supply zone and then go long. But I'm not going to go long if it's in my trend time or my curve time frame supply zone. Let's see. So we got up, down, and that caused a breakout. Okay, so that's our supply zone. So we can find a good demand zone now. There's one right there. So we got up, down, up, breakout area. There is my demand zone. I could probably take the whole thing because it does come into here. Let's actually do that. So I'll just take the whole thing, only because this wick traded off of this, which would have been the demand zone as well. And instead of making it, you know, 2, it did kind of touch the body of this candle, which would be the base or the first candle in my demand zone. So I'll just include it. I'll call it a level on level area. And here we go. Hopefully on these yen pairs, we can find some good trading opportunities on the short side. All right, time to hit up the Euro CAD. Here we go. So we've got, well, that's not quite a down move. Do have the down move here though, and an up move. Oh, here's a down move, up, down, up, and then the breakout. See, this is what I'm talking about. So wicky, so gross. But did break this one too. So that's going to be what I'm going to call supply. And even we have one forming here. So if it breaks out of this low, this will be the next area to look at. If it breaks that, we can just move those lines. All right, there we go. I mean, that's kind of close. This is kind of like another level on level situation that I'm only going to make. I'm going to use one at a time. If it breaks through this, I'm not going to even be, I'm going to be looking for buys when it comes into here, but not necessarily buying this because, oops. Oh no. What I just do? We're on the Euro CAD. Well, I'm just going to be buying that just like it, just as it is. That's not the way these charts are set up. So we're going to take it one at a time. If it breaks through here, I'm still going to be looking for the uptrend on the 240. All right, so we're going to go Euro Aussie. There's our supply zone. Here's the breakout. Could take this. I just don't like these big wicks. Like, that's a huge wick, you know, and it's just tumbling through. If you look at it though, you got a nice big head and shoulders right there, if that's your thing. But the rules, I've watched a video on YouTube about like head and shoulders and trading patterns by British UK spread breading, I think is the channel. The guy's talking about using trend or indicators and stuff on there. And that's what he said. He's like, there's no consistent way. Like, what you think is a head and shoulders today might not, you know, fit that tomorrow. So that's just kind of an observation right there. Don't really use all them patterns. So here we go. There's the Euro Aussie. That actually had a great 240 level. I had a swing trading setup, a time frame setup. brother messaged me. He's going to his baby boy's having his birthday tomorrow, so I got to drive down and go to that. But anyways, so next the Euro Aussie. This would have been a really good level on the 240 actually. Right here, even on the daily, the trend it matched up. This would have been what I call a range trade, even though it was already tested before. But I did take it. I got out of it because I'm like, I'm not gonna do the. I only have one account, so doing two styles of trading was just too much for me. Because you got to go back and like I delete these trades every Sunday or every Friday after the markets close, or Saturday like I did today because I got either lazy or busy or whatever. 608. What's the low? So 608 is lower than 610. Okay, so this is a good zone. And this is what I was talking about. So here's your breakout area. This is a supply zone. Did this wick touch or go below the breakout? And the answer is no, because it closes. You look at the screen at the top left of the screen, you got your open, high, low, and close numbers. The low was 68.10, and over to the left you can see that the breakout was at 68.08, so 610 is higher than 68.08. So here we go. And this is a pretty obvious one right here. That's your demand zone. Again, we got that level on level, so and it goes into where I would put my top line. So I'm going to take the whole thing as a level. More of a level, I call it, than a zone, which would be on my trading time frame. The area or a level is more broad, I think, than a zone. So it's all right. So here we go, and look at that, we got a breakout here. Nice little daily area. Also have to break down right here. So boom, I would call that my supply and demand. There's not really anything there. You're not wicked through it. It's pointing like the little arrow thing they talk in the XLTs. It's pointing up. So we're going to take that. Get this all set up here. Alright, hopefully as I do this more, I get better at it, a little more exciting in my voice. Like, I'm just kind of struggling to, talk and keep things up, so hopefully I get better. And I think I did put my face in here too, because I think it's a little more personable when you put the face in. I had a psychology teacher last year. He made a video because he was sick or he had something wrong with his shoulder, I think. He used to be like a bodybuilder or something and causing issues with his shoulder. And he always talked about taking his ugly mug out or whatever, just joking around. I'm like, man, it makes it, I think, better when they put the faces in there. It's not like I'm just watching a screen. I get to, get to know the person a little bit. So that's my thought. So here we go. Nothing really here for supply. This got traded through. So it would be like this level, and that's actually what my trading time frame dollar yen zone looks like. Because this is still a half thing, and that's where you'd have to put your stop above there anyway, if you took that by itself. But it traded through here on the wick, so we're going to move up to the next area right there. We got your up move, down move, and that's the break. This is the breakout. This is the breakout area. All right, so what do we got here for demand? Would have that was a zone, so call it this. Bam. This is your up move, that's your break, this is the breakout area. Broke out of that, uptrend, bang, bang, bang. There's other levels, yeah, you got your breakout here. There's not really a zone there. You got this, but it's already broken. There's this, I think that's just too much wick. It's 89.80 to 90, 25, 40 points, I think. 40 points-ish. Let's see. I guess I can just do this. Yeah, 45 points. Whereas this one is 10. So I'm just like, it's kind of ugly. And it doesn't, there's no like 2-to-1 move away either. That's kind of important. So you have that. This isn't the area yet because it hasn't broken out anything. You know, this could just be like a rally into something. Then you got this. So this closed above the low of the lowest low over here. So that's divergence too. So yeah, this would be a good one, but it broke through that. Well, so I guess this would be one, wouldn't it? According to the rules. It just didn't close above there though, which is kind of makes me skeptical. So you know what? We will actually take that. Delete, because where's my lines? I need my lines. But if you didn't know this, by the way, you can go into your lines and stuff and hit the little star button. It keeps them up here for you. I did that so I don't gotta like go over to the left all the time. So you got this, and that's why this is a good one right here, because you had your uptrend, your small uptrend right there, and it came back. It didn't make it move away. It is tested. It's not fresh, but it's holding. So there's that, and there's no supply up ahead. So if we can get a solid uptrend on the 240, we could be able to take this as a trade sometime. I do think I need better rules though for setting up profit targets. My first profit target I think is a good rule, and it is pretty flexible when it comes in. But I'm thinking I need some more better rules on that. All right, that's the Aussie CAD. No pound Aussie. There we go. There's a breakout. Not really supply though. We got that, and then it just fell apart. Let's look for demand. That's busted. There's the breakout area. Call it this. And that's kind of the same idea. That this area started this whole move because you got your up, down, down to here, up, down, up. That's like the only thing that hasn't been tested yet. Plus, it's below the breakout. So, for me, oh, the pound Aussie, that's right. It's a disaster. So, what I do for this, since this wick is so big, you can pretend it doesn't exist if you want to, but for me, it does. So, that's how I did this, because there's no zone up here. Technically, this would be a supply zone, and it would be in a supply zone yet, because it's, but like, you know, common sense says that, like, what do you do with all those demand zones then? So I just mark the top of that until it like makes a new supply zone. That's how I've been doing it, because it's like, look at that. Like it broke out of here. There's no demand in here or supply in here. Not really. There's nothing until like way over here. So yeah, that's the pound Aussie story. Pound CAD, mostly this pretty similar thing, except it actually has supply zones. So there, that's been tested and broken through. Here we go. That's the last thing. It's one second test. Plus, it's just falling apart here. Let's see. Do we want this? Not really a good strong move away like we'd like. So we'll call it this. There we go. And we can measure if it's a 2-1 move away, because we do got the breakout here. 76.2, 234. So 76 to 343. I think that is definitely more than 1 to 2 move away. So there we go. That is our curve. So I don't like to just take random areas of supply and demand when I'm setting up my curve. I feel like it can kind of get that way. So I like to have more clear ways to define this stuff, because if if you're making mistakes, like how do you know if you have mistakes if you're not clear on what exactly it is you're doing? So here we go. This not a very strong move away. It's coming into it, and here we go. Right there. This caused the breakout of this, and like this area would never have been taken because it's like the breakout area is in the middle of it. It's touching it. It's, for me, no, it's a no-go. So there's our area. And even if these stay the same throughout the weeks, I like to go back and, go through. Like last week, I had a pretty bad trading week. I'm at like a 10-12% drawdown right now, which is really shitty. Pardon the French. But, yeah. So that's it. That's setting up my week right there. Then tomorrow I'll go back through, set up my trend, and get some trades on for you to show you what I'm looking for. And yeah, have a great day. Good trading.
And we'll see you tomorrow.